Hello, fourth grade. This is your video for comparing using more and most. This is what we're looking at for your classwork today. Now, when we are comparing using more and most, adjectives that have two or more syllables use more and most instead of ER and EST. That's what we were using before. We had bigger, wider, prettier, smallest, biggest, prettiest. Those are all one-syllable words. So when you have adjectives that are more than one syllable, you don't use ER and EST. Instead, you use more and most. Examples would be beautiful, that has three syllables, important, wonderful, and helpful. So those have 2 and 3 syllables. So when we have those adjectives, we use more and most. When do you use more? Well, you use more when you're comparing two nouns, two people, two places, or two things. You use more. For example, the sunrise was more beautiful than the sunset. It was more important for her to take a nap than to play video games. And you notice I highlighted in red those keywords that we were talking about with ER and EST. Those haven't changed. So if you see than, you're using an ER or more because that's your keyword that you're only comparing two things. When do we use most? Well, we use most when we are comparing more than two nouns, more than two people, places, or things. For example, that was the most wonderful day I ever had. That salesperson was the most helpful. Again, highlighted in red, I have ever had. Remember, you've had more than 2 days, so have ever had. Again, that salesperson, probably more than 2 if you're saying they were the most helpful. Another one that we use often is of all. That is another keyword that there's more than 2 there. Caution. This is a word of warning. This next slide that's coming up is very important. It's a very common mistake that people make. All right, we never use more and most with an adjective that already has an ER or an EST ending. For example, we wouldn't say the cat is more smaller than the dog because small is a one-syllable word, small. So if it's a one-syllable word, you use ER. You're comparing two things, the cat and the dog, so it's smaller. You would not say more smaller. The second one, that house is the most biggest I have ever seen. Again, big is a one-syllable word, so you would just add the EST. The house is the biggest I have ever seen. So again, do not use more and most with an ER and an EST. These are my photo credits for the caution signs because you should include where you got your pictures from. And that's the end of our video, fourth grade, for more and most. If you're not quite sure about it, go through, watch it one more time. And again, I will see you at the Zoom meeting tomorrow, and we'll answer questions then. Bye.